Flames light the sky over the Pearl River Delta. It is 1809, and the fishing village of Sanshan is under siege. War junks swarm to thanks. A pirate confederation has arrived, and the attacker's captain has promised 10 silver coins for every villager's head. Realizing it was a mistake not to pay their protection money, the villagers make a desperate stand, building a wooden palisade and arming every available man. But the defense fails. Their only cannon explodes in their faces, and in the ensuing turmoil, their leader is stabbed in the back. The slaughter lasts 3 days. 2,000 people are dead. When the pirates finally sail away, they set the village on fire and leave 80 severed heads hanging from a banyan tree, staring blankly across the water. The entire southern Chinese coast is paralyzed by this violence. No authorities are arriving to help. This lawless, abandoned wasteland is a core territory of the Chinese Empire. The state presiding over this coastline is the wealthiest and most massive on Earth. How exactly does a massive geopolitical superpower find itself entirely unable to protect its own people from a band of outlaws? Around 1800, China governs 400 million people, a third of the world's population. Its economic volume dwarfs Western contemporaries. While European powers fight over colonies, Imperial China has run the same operating system for over 2,000 years. When Westerners were still using swords and hauling chests of gold, the Chinese had already invented gunpowder and established paper money. Their compass eventually helped Europeans navigate back to Chinese shores, seeking tea and highly prized porcelain. This absolute dominance birthed a remarkably distinct worldview. China sees itself as the Middle Kingdom, the literal center of civilization. Everyone else is a barbarian, slowly learning what the empire has known for centuries. Centuries of unshakable dominance created a structural arrogance. The state believed its system was perfect, leaving it unprepared for a new threat. The current dynasty running this ancient machine is the Qing, but to most of their subjects, they are perceived as outsiders. They are Manchu, descendants of horse-riding warriors from the north. In 1644, these warriors smashed through the Great Wall and seized control of the realm. Once inside, they realized the existing Chinese bureaucracy was too sophisticated to dismantle. They kept the machine running exactly as it was, simply placing themselves at the top. Imagine this realm as a massive gravitational field. At its center, the emperor in Beijing acts as a supermassive black hole, pulling the wealth and focus of society inward. This extreme centralization starves the outer edges, lacking the resources to fight decentralized warlords. The imperial machine remained locked in its inward-facing rhythms, lacking the flexibility to counter small, fast-moving threats on the horizon, which brings us back to the ruins of Sanshan, a world away from the majestic safety of Beijing. The result of this administrative failure is immediate. The pirate fleets simply sail away into the crowded coastal waters, wealthy and unpunished. The ancient machine of the Qing Dynasty survives intact at the center, but to keep operating, it essentially sacrifices the citizens living on its periphery. The emperor's authority was absolute within the capital, yet it vanished the moment it reached the coastline. The 1809 pirate crisis served as a warning. It showed that the 2,000-year-old operating system of the Middle Kingdom was failing to adapt to a world that was suddenly becoming faster and more dangerous. We explore the historical nightmares that expose the fragility of human power every week on Nightshift, Kurzgesagt after dark. Subscribe to see what happens when the lights go out.